everything. I'm just gonna take you along. This is so sad. Some sweet dessert. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julia and it is time for a quick little Aldi trip. Let's go. Alright, I literally just threw all of that stuff inside my house, had Cameron put it away. I got back in the car and I am currently at the track about to train a client. And after I train my client, I am heading to Costco. So I figured I'm just gonna take you along all my grocery trips today. We might even stop at Giant Eagle too. Who knows? We are out of like everything. So I think it's just a day to restock and then I don't have to worry about it this weekend. I also want to do some like fall meal prep with you guys. I did this last year and so it's probably gonna be pretty much the same foods, but foods that I absolutely love in the fall. So stay tuned, gonna go train my client and then I will see you guys when we are heading to Costco. This is so sad. I came here for 2 rotisserie chickens, one of which I needed for a fall recipe, and they're all out. I have to keep my hand here or else the lighting is super weird. But like I said, I went in there specifically for rotisserie chickens. I wanted to make a white chicken chili and my paleo buffalo chicken dip, but instead I just bought frozen chicken breasts. I'll cook them and like shred them up. And I got some other ideas for some fall recipes. That was a very successful trip. Typically Cameron and I do trips like that every like 3 weeks. So yes, they are like more expensive and we get a ton of stuff, but we also stock up and it lasts us about 3 weeks. I am very sad though, they didn't have any of their like frozen mixed berries. It was very strange. I've never seen Costco like that. No rotisserie chickens, no frozen berries. It was weird. I was gonna go Giant Eagle, but I really don't need to. It was only to get Ithaca hummus and some Noosa yogurt because I have coupons for both of those things, but I'm also not out of either of those things and I just got other Greek yogurt and I'm sweating because it is so hot in my car. So we're gonna go right home, get these groceries in the fridge and freezer and get on with my Friday. Also, it is October 1st and that is absolutely crazy, but I'm gonna stop chatting so I can stop sweating and get on the road and turn some AC on. Alright, I'm sure you all saw this on the counter when I was putting away all my groceries. What a nice surprise to come home to. Apparently this showed up in my door literally as soon as I left to go train my client Chris. From the looks of it, I think it is Ithaca Hummus's new flavor, Everyone Bagel Hummus. And I am so freaking excited. So we're gonna try it right here, right now it is perfect because I bought my favorite pretzels, and I have carrots, and I have my favorite Simple Mills crackers. So we're just ready to test some hummus. Also, I'm just the biggest fan of, Ithaca's packaging. Like, I love it. They pledged 5 cents for every pack sold of their new Everyone Bagel hummus to friends in need. Look inside. It is my lucky day. So as you guys can see, inside there are bagels, and then there are 3, just kidding. There are not 3, there are actually 4 packs of the new Everyone Bagel hummus. We're gonna try this right here, right now. So this is what it looks like, a little bit different packaging. It is like everything bagel flavored, but it's called their Everyone Bagel since they donate to friends in need. There are poppy seeds in there. And now it's time for the official taste test. I'm doing it with a plain sea salt pretzel. Wait, that is so good. And I feel like it'd be really good on a bagel. They nailed this one. Think everything seasoning mixed with hummus. This tastes incredible. Holy cow. I wasn't expecting it to taste this good and like this perfect, but it's Ithaca and they're the best. Now I can officially make my recommendation. I highly recommend you buy this. This is a solid 10 out of 10. This is probably like in my top 3 flavors now. And I wasn't expecting that at all. I cannot wait to try it on a bagel. Anyway, I was not planning on day 1 of this vlog being so long, so I will see you guys tomorrow when I actually start meal prepping some fall foods. Alright, we are back. Clearly it is the next day and I'm gonna quickly throw together my spicy turkey chili recipe before I have to go to a work meeting. So all you need is ground turkey. This one is actually a little bit more than a pound. It is 93% lean, 7% fat, and it is 1.7 pounds, so it's almost 2 pounds. It's just my favorite kind from Costco. And then you need a thing of big crushed tomatoes, small diced tomatoes, the petite diced tomatoes, that's what I prefer. And then just any seasonings you want. So I got out garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, paprika, onion powder, red pepper flakes. I need pepper, and then I will use some salt. And if you remember from last year or any of my other recipes, I don't measure anything. You also need black beans, and then the final ingredient, which is key if you want it to be spicy, I forgot to buy jalapenos. Okay, we're just gonna make it without jalapenos, but it's still gonna be spicy because of the Cholula hot sauce. Typically, if I had a good memory, I would have bought jalapenos, dice some of those up, and add them in there as well. But yeah, basically all you need is some seasonings of choice, whatever you like to put in your chili, some ground turkey, black beans, crushed tomatoes, and diced tomatoes, and then hot sauce. So let's get cooking. All right, this recipe is literally so simple. All you need is 1 pot, a stove top, and all the ingredients I just told you about. So you start by browning your ground turkey in a pot on the stove. As you're browning that, you want to make sure to add all of your seasonings. You can add other seasonings, you can do the exact seasonings I showed, but you want to make sure that you are using more seasonings than you would if you were cooking with ground beef, just because ground turkey has less flavor to it. So add all those seasonings, make sure the turkey is completely browned and cooked all the way through, and then all you do, add your crushed tomatoes, add your petite diced tomatoes, add your rinsed black beans, and add some hot sauce. Let that simmer for about 30 minutes, and then your chili is ready to go. I'm sure you could also do this in a crock pot if you'd rather cook it that way. All right, on to the next recipe. You may remember this from last year, but I am making my white chicken chili. I am obsessed with this. All you need is some cooked shredded chicken. Like I mentioned when I was at Costco, typically if I want to make this even simpler, I'll just get a rotisserie chicken, shred that up, and then add it. But I did have to get frozen chicken breast. I thawed it, cooked it, shredded it, and I did cook it with chili powder, onion powder, salt, garlic powder, and then a little bit of pepper just to kind of season it, give the chili some more flavor. And then you will need 1 to 2 things of chicken broth. I like to do low sodium chicken broth. You'll need some minced garlic, celery, and then some cannellini beans or any like white bean of choice. These are just my favorite. And you literally just throw all of that together and make the white chicken chili. So once again, this recipe just calls for 1 pot on the stove, keeping it super simple. You're gonna start by heating some olive oil or even just like cooking spray on the bottom of your pot, and you're gonna add your celery and minced garlic along with any seasonings you choose to do. So I'll be using my chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. Just seasoning the celery and garlic and letting that kind of cook down and get a little bit softer. Once that has softened, you're gonna add your cooked shredded chicken, your drained and rinsed cannellini beans or white beans of choice, and your chicken broth. You're literally just gonna mix that all together and let that simmer on low heat for about 30 minutes, and then you are good to go. And as you guys know, I never measure anything, but when it comes to the chicken, I did use 3 of the Kirkland Signature frozen chicken breasts today, but it is a total personal preference, however much chicken you wanna add. Keeping this ball rolling, we are moving right into recipe 3, which is gonna be a healthy flourless pumpkin bread. Just want to let you guys know, this is not like some sweet dessert like bread. It is more of like a baked oatmeal, and there are only I think 6 ingredients. What you'll need are some oats, 2 eggs, you'll need some baking soda, cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice, pure maple syrup, and then pumpkin puree. That's literally it. You will need a banana bread loaf, and you'll have to grease that, and you will have to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And since this is like a baked meal, I will be sharing the actual recipe with you guys. I actually found this on Pinterest, and I'll put it right here on the screen so you guys know all the different measurements, since I never provide you guys with those, but here they all are. Like I said, you are gonna start with your greased loaf pan, and you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. After that, you literally toss all of the other ingredients into a blender. So 2 cups of old-fashioned or quick cooking oats, 1 can of pumpkin puree, ½ cup maple syrup, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon. I personally do a lot more cinnamon because I don't feel like measuring it, and I love cinnamon. And I also don't have a blender big enough for all of this stuff, so I just blend my oats ahead of time and then mix it all together in a bowl. Basically does the exact same thing, gets the job done. After you combine all of those ingredients and make your batter, you literally just toss that into your loaf pan and toss that into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how fast your oven is. Feel free to add some chocolate chips on top. I have done that too, and it is delicious. All right guys, we are on to day 3 of this fall meal prep, and we are making a simple apple crisp. For this one, I will be providing you guys with an actual recipe since it is a baked item. I like to do that for you guys because baked items, they are easy to mess up, at least they are for me. But for this apple crisp, you will need some apples thinly sliced. So we already chopped up a ton of Honeycrisp apples. I think they're like the perfect fall apple, perfect fall flavor. Honeycrisp apples, you will need a little bit of tapioca flour, coconut sugar, coconut oil, cinnamon, sea salt, almond flour or any flour of choice really, oats, lemon juice, pure maple syrup. I have both just in case I run out of one, and then some bowls to do some mixing in. But without further ado, let's get into the actual recipe details. Alright, so for this recipe, you're gonna start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. From there, you're gonna slice 5 apples thinly and place them in an 8x8 baking dish or any baking dish of choice. I'm using a cast iron skillet. After that, you wanna mix all the filling ingredients together in a bowl. So the filling includes a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/2 tablespoon of tapioca flour, 1/2 teaspoon or more of cinnamon. I personally like to do a lot more, and then a pinch of sea salt. Once that is all mixed, you're gonna pour that over the apples and stir, and then bake in the oven for 20 minutes. While the apples are baking, you're gonna mix together all of the topping dry ingredients and then stir in the coconut oil. So the dry ingredients include 1 cup of rolled oats, 1/2 cup of your almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut sugar, and then a 1/2 teaspoon or more of cinnamon and a pinch of sea salt. Mix that all together, and then you will stir in the coconut oil afterwards, which is 1/3 cup plus 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. After the apples have baked for 20 minutes, you're gonna take them out of the oven, stir, and then add spoonfuls of that crumbled topping and bake for another 25 to 30 minutes. It'll come out looking nice and crisp and delicious, the perfect fall dessert. All right, it is done, and to be completely honest, I got super impatient and wanted it to get crispier faster, so I turned it on to broil, having no idea how strong broil is. It was on broil for 3 minutes, and I looked in and it was like on fire. So learn from my mistakes, don't turn it on broil. The top is a tiny bit burnt, but it's okay. I like super crispy stuff. I like when stuff is burnt. So we're gonna let that cool for a few minutes, and then we will dig in and give it a taste test. I know my apple crisp doesn't look the best since I burnt it, but holy cow, this is incredible. There's just something about like warm, soft apples. I'm in such a fall mood right now. I am fall. This is fall, okay guys? If you try any of these recipes, first of all, try them all. This is definitely the best like sweet one. And then probably my spicy turkey chili. It was award winning at a chili cook-off. So out of the 4 recipes, I highly recommend the spicy turkey chili and this apple crisp. Holy cow. But we're gonna wrap this video up here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my grocery trips, and I hope you guys try these recipes because they are incredible and they just scream fall. If you did like this video and you want to see more like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps me out. Other than that, I will see you all next time. Bye.